Hello children, welcome back to my classroom. This is Miss Maryam and we are studying English Language B, preparing for our IGCSE exams. This lesson is suitable for those who are in the 9th and 10th grade, also for those who are studying for their ILSC exams. Now take a look at the board and let's just have a very quick recap of what we have been doing so far. We are studying language techniques. You remember in my last class, we talked about language and structure and how writers use language to create an effect. And this language is analyzed in 3 levels: word level, sentence level and text level. Now we are doing the word level, and the last class was based on a forest and a promise. Remember? Today we want to talk about a forest. What is a forest? All of these letters stand for a particular technique that a writer follows to create an effect in his writing. Today, we want to talk about A, and here A is for anecdote. So what is anecdote? Anecdote is a short, interesting or emotional story about a real incident or a person. So this is how anecdote is defined. It means a short story, which can be an emotional story as well, which gives you some insight about a person. Now, if you look over here, this is the example of anecdote, and this example says, "Is that an orchid? Oh, I love them. My sister lives in Gulshan and she has a beautiful garden with over 100 species of flowers." What's happening over here? I am the character. I'm giving you an insight about something that I like, and with the help of a short story, I have also been able to tell you someone who's close to me and someone is doing something, a little bit more insight about that person. So here comes another character and a little bit of insight about that character as well. So in this small piece of writing, I'm being able to tell you about myself, my likes, about my relatives, and I'm also being able to tell you a little bit about that relative of mine as well, using a very short story, yet being able to give a lot of information. So now let's talk about the purpose of anecdote. We know what anecdote is. We've understand how to use it. Why do you use it? That's the question. Take a look at this. It provides background information. And this little story over here gave you some information about my family, about my likes, and something else about my family member as well. To bring cheer. I'm sharing something nice with you. With these few sentences over here, I'm sharing something that gives me pleasure and something that is giving someone else a little bit of pleasure as well. To reminisce. Many a times when we say to reminisce, people think emotionally it is something that will make you feel sad. Not at all. When you're thinking about something that happened to you, could be of happiness as well, could be speaking of joy too. So maybe we can erase this and add a smile, right? Okay, to caution. Sometimes we share some stories where we want to caution our loved ones or people whom we care about, and we tell them a story that had taken place. That is why I know that this and this is going to happen, so be careful. Mostly teachers are doing that with their students all the time. Many a times parents do this with the children as well. They tell you something that happened to them in the past, and then they tell you why they're asking you to be careful, because you might fall into some trouble if you do this. Why? I may have done it already in the past, right? So I can share a small story with you and tell you something that had taken place, something that might have gone wrong. That's why if I share the story with you, I'll be able to caution you. So to caution, anecdote is used many a times. To persuade or inspire, again, a story, a little bit of a detail of what had taken place and how it has affected someone who might have been very successful now. So this little story or a piece of information that will be given to you in the form of anecdote will probably be able to persuade you to do the right thing, to take the right step, to have courage, and so on, which in turn is going to help you become more successful or help you achieve your desired goals. So there you go, children. With the help of Anecdote, you can see a few sentences, yet very impactful, because you can do a lot with these 3 sentences, provided how you use these sentences and how these stories are being told. So when you're using Anecdote in your writing, make it seem very interesting with a few exclamation marks, where you are talking about something that you might enjoy, you might like. Use words which are going to help the reader to understand how excited you are about this or how wonderful it may be to you. Another thing to remember is, if you are analyzing text and you come across such short information which is very impactful and is being used for this purpose, then you can identify it as Anecdote and write it down in your answers. So we are done with that. Our next lesson is going to be with F. What is with F? So I'll see you in my next class. We'll see what is with F, all right? Till then, take care of yourselves. Be good. Happy learning. This is Miss Maryam signing out.